We have all been in a situation where we are forced to choose between two things of equal value or significance, spending hours hoping we made the right decision or already preparing for the worst case scenario. For me, when I'm taking a test, I often find myself stuck between two answers, and somehow I manage to choose the wrong one every single time. Seems to me that whenever I trust my gut, it's always right. Yet whenever I trust my logic and reasoning, it's always wrong. But are instincts always better than rationality? And where should we draw the line between blind trust, caution, and overthinking? People usually say to look to nature when trying to understand a particular concept or a scenario. And in this case, we see some fascinating examples. For instance, monarch butterflies must complete a 2-month migration trip to Mexico every winter to seek warmer temperatures. Yet the average lifespan of a monarch is only 2 to 6 weeks. This means that one complete migration journey consists of roughly 3 generations of butterflies, and not a single one of them has ever completed the whole migration process itself. So how do they know when and where to migrate to? Instinct. Nobody teaches monarchs where to go or when. They simply have that innate instinct to obey regular migration patterns. They don't overthink or doubt whether their instincts are correct. They simply just trust and follow. You can see a similar case in homing pigeons as well. People usually associate pigeons with being brainless or dumb, and yet they have some of the best instincts in the world. No matter where they are, they always have the ability to find their way back home. In fact, practically every single country in World War II used homing pigeons to send messages back to home base when their soldiers were in dire need of help. The US alone used over 55,000 of them, and the British close to 200,000. Out of all of these missions, homing pigeons successfully completed 97% of them. So it's safe to say that without pigeons, the US would have lost many more lives and possibly even the war. These seemingly brainless birds never fail to reach their destination. So how come us humans with supposedly more logic and reasoning always seem to be lost? I believe it's because of that very logic and reasoning that we overcomplicate our problems. We're constantly second-guessing ourselves, racking our brains to think of all the possible ways our original choice can go wrong. Many people develop a mindset of, if it's the first thing I thought of, it can't be correct, which is incredibly self-deprecating and harmful to our mental health. It's important to note that the human brain is one of the most complex neural network systems in the world, and even today we can't fully comprehend how they work. Most computer artificial intelligence and machine learning models, which we think are super smart, are simply attempted replications of the human brain, only significantly less complex due to our superficial understanding. It's kind of ironic to think that we're teaching a machine how to think like a human so that they can eventually be smarter than us. But this is simply a testament to the capabilities and potential of us and our minds, so we should learn to sit back, relax, and let our brains do the work. In today's society, the part we care the most about is the outcome rather than the experience. We think, I better not make any mistakes, rather than I'm going to try my best and trust in the preparations I did beforehand. However, oftentimes we are more susceptible to those same mistakes because we are afraid and hesitant to trust ourselves. There's a popular philosophy in science called Occam's razor, which states in common terms that the simplest solution is almost always the best. So I urge everybody to unleash their inner monarch butterfly and homing pigeon so that we can all soar to new heights.